हेलो एवरीवन, गुड आफ्टरनून, गुड इवनिंग ऑल। कैसे हैं सब लोग? मेरा नाम है अरविंद
Hello everyone, Saurav here.
और हम हैं हैदराबाद बॉयज, वेयर वी टॉक ऑल थिंग्स क्रिकेट। वर्ल्ड कप इज ओवर, बट द क्रिकेट इज नॉट येट ओवर एंड ऑल द क्रिकेटिंग हेडलाइंस अराउंड क्रिकेट इज आल्सो नॉट येट ओवर। तो सौरभ, आज मैंने सोचा कि हम बात करते हैं लिटिल बिट मोर अबाउट द इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया T20 सीरीज जो pretty much आज से शुरू हो रहा है इंडिया टाइम। आज रात से इंडिया में पता नहीं 4 दिन ऑफ वर्ल्ड कप के बाद एक और सीरीज कैसे शुरू हो गया, बट क्रिकेट इज नॉट येट ओवर। दे आर ऑल मूविंग टू अ न्यू फॉर्मेट विच इज T20 फ्रॉम वनडेज। So दर्शकों, if you like, if you're going to enjoy this content, please hit that like button, please subscribe, and please share with your friends and family. We are going to get started with our today's video now. 4 दिन हो गए, 4 दिन भी नहीं हुआ है। I mean, final happened on Sunday. Today is what? Yeah, fourth day. 3 दिन हुआ है and there is another series happening which is India versus Australia. The same finals के team are playing in a T20 bilateral series. I believe इसमें 5 T20s हैं. So Saurabh, my first question is, who
Why?
puts such a series in within less than a week of World Cup win or World Cup loss, whatever you can call it? Well, the same teams, right? One has won the World Cup, the other one has lost the World Cup. Why would you put such a series?
I mean, before we just call out BCCI for this pathetic, scheduling. I mean, this disease is spread across all the cricketing, administrators. I don't know if you remember 2022 का जब T20 World Cup हुआ था, उसी के 2-3 दिन बाद, after T20 World Cup, England was asked to play against Australia in Australia, a 3 ODI match series. And Josh Butler was, indirectly hell-bent against it. They lost the series because there was no motivation. You've just won, the T20 World Cup. And he was hell against it कि भाई क्यों अभी ये कर रहा है, from the emotion of elation which is just not subsided within a matter of
Yeah.
2 to 3 days. You're just having another series. और यहाँ पे भी सिमिलर हो रहा है यार मेरे हिसाब से। यहाँ पे तो एक emotion of elation is not there as well. At least I'm talking from the Indian point of view. It has not even yet sink in. We're still dissecting why did India lose dramatically after winning 10 matches continuously. वो हुआ भी नहीं है. We are still doing a postmortem of it, and we just have another T20 series. I don't understand the scheduling of it. 15 दिन 20 दिन के बाद रख सकते थे, लेकिन ऑन द हाइंड साइड द ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम इज हियर, सो मुझे लग रहा है कि बीसीसीआई को लगता है कि लेट्स हैव इट. बट आई थिंक ओवरऑल, if I just have to speak on the player point of view, I think it's absurd scheduling and too much amount of pressure that's being put on the players.
It is. I mean, it's pure greed here on part of BCCI to make more money. Pure greed on the state cricket associations to make money out of this so that they can get to host it. जिन्होंने and I was looking at it, Saurav. The matches are happening in all the stadiums which just missed the cut for World Cup. First one was
I
in
thought,
Visakhapatnam. Andhra Cricket Association did not get any game. Second one is at Thiruvananthapuram, Trivandrum. Kerala Association did not get any World Cup, and they were like Kochi ko kyun nahi mila and all that. Kochi being this thing. Third one is Guwahati, which is Assam, Assam Cricket Association, all of that. Fourth one is Raipur, and Raipur has got its own, Chhattisgarh. उनका stadium भी उन्होंने they upgraded it and all of that. Obviously, the last one being Bengaluru. They needed one big city from there. Australia can fly out. Could have been any other city, but yeah, I mean, fair enough. Bengaluru say, Australia can go back home quickly or whatever. You can say that India also can go quickly because guess what? India is going to South Africa a week later. So I thought this was, I don't know. आपने सही बोला कि it is more about putting pressure on players, but it also is BCCI trying to play the satisfying all the other associations who didn't get the World Cup. But again, I mean, on one hand, I can understand what they're trying to do, but on the other hand, I was like, why do it 3 days later?
Yeah.
आप scheduling ऐसे भी कर सकते थे शायद दिसंबर में. I mean, it could have been done any other way than this.
That's true.
I felt and I was looking at the squad, Saurabh. I mean, you have Surya Kumar Yadav as the captain, right? He's never captained India.
That came as a surprise for sure.
Yeah, and he just played in the final, and well, he did not play to his potential, and he's probably disappointed with the way it ended for him. I'm seeing Ishan Kishan is in the squad, who also was in the final, who's probably also not very, not going to be in the
Best of spirits,
great mood. Yeah, best of spirits. And then I am seeing Prasid Krishna, again, who was in the squad of World Cup, probably would not be in the best of spirits. I get the idea of putting Prasid Krishna and Ishan Kishan. Why would you put World Cup squad players in this when they probably are not going to be in the best frame of mind?
Can't understand. I mean, it's beyond. I mean, a lot of things are beyond general public to understand what BCCI is thinking, what selectors are thinking. I think यहाँ पे selectors को बोलना पड़ेगा, not the BCCI.
I would not blame select. I mean, you're right. I can't blame BCCI for this.
Yeah.
What is selectors doing? Yeah.
I really don't understand. Even I mean, we are going to get into it, Arvind. Even the selection, I really don't understand कि किस basis पे अब आप T20 के कैप बांट रहे हो. But yeah, ये तीनों players को तो यार, I really think कि इनको थोड़ा rest
Surya
देना
Kumar, I mean, Surya Kumar को तो rest मिलना चाहिए था, because he's
मिलना
probably
चाहिए.
not going to be in the good spirits.
Yeah,
I mean, I
क्योंकि
understand the other parts, but I can just talk about the squad itself.
yeah.
तो आपके कैप्टन है सूर्य कुमार यादव. You got ऋतुराज गायकवाड़, ईशान किशन, यशस्वी जायसवाल, जितेश शर्मा, रिंकू सिंह. That's your batting segment of it. फिर आपके आते हैं ऑलराउंडर्स में शिवम दुबे, अक्षर पटेल, तिलक वर्मा, वॉशिंगटन सुंदर. और आपके बॉलिंग ग्रुप में आते हैं अर्शदीप सिंह, अवेश खान, मुकेश कुमार, प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा, और फाइनली रवि बिश्नोई. You seeing any misses, Sarah, from the squad?
I mean, two glaring misses, Arvind. I think one is Sanju Samson. When is he going to play? Other is Chahal. I mean, is it the end of the road for Chahal? क्योंकि मुझे समझ, I mean, we didn't understand his exclusion from the World Cup squad, the ODI squad, and I'm not able to understand कि why still he not in the scheme of things as far as T20 is concerned. Because again, आपने देखा होगा T20 में specially, it was not really so. I mean, it wasn't so evident in the recently concluded ODI World Cup. लेकिन आपको एक लेग स्पिनर चाहिए. आई नो कि यहाँ पे रवि बिश्नोई है, लेकिन चाहल why is he being made the scapegoat every time? I really don't get to understand. और अब संजू सैमसन कब खेलेंगे? I was just hearing Sanjay Bangar. Sanjay Bangar बोल रहे थे कि, and he was a I think selector just few years back. So you can just understand the psyche of selectors. कि उन्होंने बोला कि अब I think the BCCI selectors are looking forward कि कोई young wicket keeper आए. तो जितेश शर्मा is the, I mean, ईशान किशन है, लेकिन जितेश शर्मा भी विकेट कीपिंग करते हैं.
He's not young. He's 30 years old.
He's 30 years old. And Sanju Samson is 29. So
what sort of stupid argument is that from our from the person?
Sanju Sam. Okay, what's the basis of you selecting T20 players? I think IPL is. There might be certain
IPL is probably the main criteria.
Yeah, T20 tournaments as well. तो संजू सैमसन को आपने पहले T20 की कैप दी है. And why did he give him the cap then? He has never set the IPL IPL per se on fire, just like Virat Kohli or Suresh Rainas or
He's done it.
David
He's hit a century and all Rajasthan Royal के साथ.
century. लेकिन fire मतलब 500 run, 600 run, 700 run. He's never
Fair
done
enough.
that. He's a match winner by himself. Out of nowhere he'll play a blinder. Right. जैसे रोहित शर्मा हो गया. रोहित शर्मा अगर आप देखेंगे उनका IPL का record is very very bad. लेकिन you still have Rohit Sharma playing. I'm not trying to compare Rohit Sharma legacy and and compare it to Sanju Samson. Lekin I kind of rate Sanju Samson and Rohit Sharma as far as the pedigree is concerned, or let's say the talent is concerned, almost in the same bucket. तो अगर आपने संजू सैमसन को पहले T20 का कैप दे चुके हैं, आप उनको ODI का कैप दे चुके हैं, basis his IPL performance, which has never been so great. It has been good. 400 run मारे हैं. I think one season I can kind of remember maybe around 500. He has scored good couple of centuries that I can think of. I think he must have scored more than that. तो आपने उस समय क्यों दिया और आप अभी क्यों नहीं दे रहे? What has he done so wrong that he's not getting a chance to play in the squad? I mean, मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा और चाल का मैंने आपको बता दिया. I think these are two glaring misses. I think I don't understand.
I mean, ideally, Surya Kumar Yadav should have been rested and Sanju Samson should have been given the captaincy option. He's the Rajasthan Royals captain.
And considering he has captained well.
Yes.
I mean, if I go by the results, I'm not saying Rajasthan
Virat Kohli hasn't won with IPL and Rajasthan Royal Challengers Bangalore.
Yeah, and I'm not saying कि Rajasthan Royals ने tournament जीता है, लेकिन अगर आपको याद हो,
he's won the matches. He has the experience of captaincy. Surya Kumar is not the captain of Mumbai Indians. What are you trying to?
True. I think 2022 के edition में, I think when Josh Butler went, crazy, I think he was Rajasthan Royals was in finals. I think इस बार उनका उतना अच्छा नहीं गया था, लेकिन they were still in the final four if I'm right.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this whole youngster का argument कि young guns चाहिए. Squad में आप देखो, Jitesh Sharma is 30, Shivam Dubey is 30, Akshar Patel is 29, Mukesh Kumar is 30, Surya Kumar Yadav is 33. And अगर हार्दिक पांड्या आएंगे, which not probably once he's injury, he's 30 plus. So I think India is having an issue with their T20 strategy. I clearly see that, and मुझे लगता नहीं है कि they have figured out what they want to do. And I think if this is an experiment, we will see how this experiment goes. But I think they are, even if they have the core players of the youngsters, I think there is a miss here in terms of, and as you rightly said, Chahal and Samson, big misses. We have to see how these guys perform, but good luck for the youngsters. I'm sure it's a good thing for them. They get a chance to showcase it after this thing, because some of them would, well, they will not be ready for World Cup, but they probably want to knock the doors for the national team, probably just behind the top players in the squad. So I thought a quick update on Australian team. I was looking at it. Australia obviously खुशी में है. They have put in more players who have played the World Cup. I mean, I'm not sure exactly why or how. I know Pat Cummins and some others left, Mitchell Marsh and all, we have seen in Twitter उनके photos, and there was this whole reaction कि यार कोई photo लेने नहीं आ रहा. Their entry into the Melbourne airport was like, there were hardly any people bumping them and trying to take photos with them. And it shows a kind of a different vibe, which I think many Indians don't understand that, because that's how it is abroad outside India. It's not their number one sport, so they're crazy about their Aussie rules and rugby and others. So they're not crazy about cricket. But I was looking at the team. आपके team में है batting segment में, you got Matthew Wade, you got Tim David, you got Travis Head, just scored a century, you got Josh English, who's just the keeper. You got Matthew Short, you got Steven Smith, who's still playing, and you got David Warner. So essentially, core वही है, ठीक है, मार्नस चले गए हैं. All-rounders में you have Sean Abbott, Aaron Hardy. I'm actually not familiar with this guy. Glenn Maxwell, he's in a party mode, and Marcus Stoinis. And bowling में, I think bowling is where I think they allowed people, Stark and all left. So you got Jason Behrendorff, Nathan Ellis, Kane Richards, Tanveer Sangha, Adam Zampa is here, and Spencer Johnson. So I guess they could have said, we don't mind chilling here for another 2 weeks. I'm guessing this is their probably. My
True.
take is,
But
we'll
but
enjoy the hospitality for 2 more weeks.
Mike, I mean, like we have criticized, the Indian selectors. I mean, Australian selectors. I mean, what are they thinking to have Steve Smith in the squad? I mean,
I
his
don't know.
place in the shorter format, I thought, I mean, post the World Cup would be in jeopardy. And I know there are quite a few players in Australia. I do follow, Big Bash League certain times. तो वहां पे काफी players हैं. I mean, there are a lot of players, who can take Steve Smith's place. I really don't understand कि Steve Smith क्यों है squad में. I actually think he won't be playing. I'll be surprised that if he's going to be, traveling to US and West Indies, when you have the World Cup in June. So I don't understand कि Steve Smith क्यों है यहाँ पे. Maybe I think all the rest of the team looks okay. Surprisingly, इंडिया के 3 प्लेयर्स हैं जो वर्ल्ड कप में खेले. अभी जो रिसेंटली कंक्लूडेड ओडीआई वर्ल्ड कप था, यहाँ पे 7 प्लेयर्स हैं.
I know.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया 7 प्लेयर्स.
I mean, again, I'm not singling out कि Indian selectors ने क्या. I don't know what Australian selectors are looking at it here. But then here's the thing, right? India has a South Africa का tournament. I don't know what is Australia playing next.
Pakistan.
They're playing home, Pakistan. Correct. They're playing Pakistan.
They're playing
next.
Pakistan.
So yeah. Pakistan goes and meets them. My only take is maybe the South Africa players would have said, we'll enjoy for 2 more weeks India. I think this is it. They just want to enjoy.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
अच्छे locations जा रहे हैं. Like Kerala जा रहे हैं. They're going Vizag. They'll party in Bangalore. ठीक है, Raipur. Fair enough. Unless I'm not exactly, the flashy places for them, but I'm guessing that's probably why some players would have just stayed around with the whole thing here. So, yeah, we'll end it here. I think this was pretty fun, but I thought I'll end it with this. I think Surya Kumar Yadav ने बोला या किसने बोला है कि we are ready for now 2024 World Cup. There was like, or there was a media saying कि, Mission 2024 starts now. Something around those lines. I mean, I saw that in X and all. Get this, it's going to be interesting because I actually think IPL is going to be the problem for India. Not going to be a problem for other countries, problematic for India. And we can cover in one of the future videos and all of that. The reason is Cricket World Cup T20 is happening in 2024 in USA and Caribbean. So, both are them hosting jointly. It starts on 4th of June. IPL this year happened final on 29th of May. I'm not saying it'll happen again on 29th of May, but you can definitely expect IPL is going to run well into the may not even be mid-May, it could be going to the late May. It takes almost 24 hours to go to your flight to USA. You land in New York or wherever. It probably is jet lag, and you probably have to. And the pitches and stadium is not going to be like your England or South Africa, which is like world-class facilities. It's a brand new country. Facilities are up ban rahi hai. Maybe a little bit weird. Pitch may not be, behaving the manner we want. And you're coming from Indian summer to, Australia, America and Caribbean is just getting into that summer mode. Summer starts in July usually, so you're kind of in spring mode. So suddenly the temperature dip, time zone difference and all. I kid you not, whoever is, Pat Cummins made that decision that I'm not going to join IPL. I'll focus on my fitness and all that. If this is a squad India wants to focus on their Mission 2024, Indian players need to look at hard look on themselves, on their schedules, and see should they even play IPL.
And I don't know
or should they exit IPL in the halfway. जैसे होता है कि
हाँ, अगर आपको याद हो अरविंद, आई थिंक ये बात हुई थी 2 सीजन्स या 1 सीजन बिफोर आईपीएल, वेयर बीसीसीआई केम हार्ड, थोड़ा बहुत ऑन दी आईपीएल टीम्स कि दे वर, बिकॉज ये बुमराह वगैरह की वजह से हुआ था, बिकॉज बुमराह वाज काइंड ऑफ ब्रेकिंग डाउन क्वाइट ऑफन. they will look after the man management of certain players. अगर 10 matches हैं तो 5 matches खेले, 6 matches खेले, 7 matches खेले, and if they are injured, they do not play certain amount of matches until unless they get match fit. So I do not know if this is going to happen, because it could be a clash.
They need to plan. They need to put a strategy around this, because the last thing India needs is player goes to IPL final, gets injured, or he's injured in that the whatever the eliminator जो भी बोल सकते हैं, which is late in the May. You're not recovering well in time for your 2024 World Cup, and then suddenly your World Cup dreams are out. Which is why I tweeted the other day or something like that, where I don't know what you call the extra. I still call it tweet. Does BCCI need to prioritize IPL or World Cups? Because
BCCI?
this is going to be put to the test in 2024.
I mean,
because I can guarantee if they prioritize IPL, India is not winning 2024 World Cup. मैं आज बोल रहा हूँ, November 2023 में बोल रहा हूँ मैं. If the players or the selectors, not just BCCI, the whole ecosystem is not planning this, including the players. It's not. I'm not holding just the BCCI or the selectors. Players should be smart enough to know and understand. You know what? I need to focus on my fitness. I need to focus on my recovery and all of that. I am not playing the second half of IPL. I'll get my first half 8 minutes, 8 matches or 9 matches fitness, and then I'm just going to
play sporadically. Yeah,
or play sporadically or whatever, and then you gotta go, and it's not that a World Cup India mein ho raha hai. World Cup is happening in a different country which you've never been or never played, and it's probably going to be, we don't even know how it's going to be because they never hosted it. So I think it just brings a very interesting dynamic how next year IPL is going to be.
Oh, it's I think ये discussion start हो जाएगी. I mean we possibly are the first one.
We probably are the first ones who are talking about it, because अभी T20 का हवा शुरू हो गया है कल से, so आज से.
I'm pretty sure as soon as we hit the month of April, May, I think this is going to be
I think April, May, I think this discussion will happen right after they do that. What is that big IPL squad? What do you call that? I'm getting the name, the auction and all that.
Yeah.
Because and in India is the biggest sufferer of this, because other players, the board is like, आपको जाना है जाओ, नहीं जाना है मत जाओ, and people like Pat Cummins who said like, I'm not going. They could be others say I'll withdraw from IPL this year, whatever. I'm focused on try to win the T20 World Cup and all of that. And so I think it's the Indian players who are going to be the biggest not hit, but who are going to be the most impacted from this whole scheduling. So I would be very, very curious to see what they do.
They're gonna. I mean, you don't.
They're gonna play, and then that's the whole thing. They're gonna play, and they're gonna struggle in 2024 World Cup because they're like, yeah, we're not match fit or we're too tired. Because they're playing for 2 months straight.
2 months. Yeah.
And the World Cup is on 4th of June, ends on 30th of June. तो अगर आप IPL खेल रहे हो, आप मार्च से खेल रहे हो.
Yeah.
And India does not have a great record in the world, in the in the West Indies part of it, because I kid you not, the games are in New York, Texas, Florida, and then you going to Trinidad, Tobago, Antigua, not Antigua, Saint Vincent and what is that? Saint Vincent and Grenadines and all of those, the couple of those islands and all of that. So these are not short journeys, and it just gets messy. And there's also time zone differences here, Central Time Zone and Eastern Time Zone. It's never happened like this because it's never been done at this scale where you're moving time zones, where you're moving this distances. India is probably the biggest country where India has played the World Cup. And even then, it's like 2 hours of flight. यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं होगा. So gets very, very interesting how they manage all of this. So we'll end it here. I think थोड़ा लंबा हो गया, but I think we had a good, we wanted to talk good about the things about the World Cup and the post-World Cup, this thing. हमारे next video में we'll talk a little bit more about the World Cup review. We want to do like a little bit differently, where we talk a little bit about cricket review, how the cricketing things happened, like what we think were the best players, best moments of the curve. But I also want to talk a little bit about the non-cricketing aspect of it, how was this World Cup from outside the cricket lens. So
Yeah.
so that's
Good
what
thing.
we'll be covering in the next video. So if you like this content, please hit that like button, please subscribe, please share it with your friends and family. We will talk again later. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.